is a self-upgrading blockchain platform known for its energy-efficient proof-of-stake protocol supporting decentralized applications and smart contracts. Its native token, XTZ token, has a market cap of about $700 million, ranking 103 of all cryptocurrencies tracked by Coin Market Cap data. Here to update us on the state of Tezos is co-founder Arthur Brightman. Arthur, thanks for joining us here at Consensus.
Thanks for having me.
So Tezos launched in 2018, had some exciting developments. I remember seeing tokenized art, gaming. It's dropped off on the chart a little bit in terms of daily transactions. I saw it peaked in 2022 with about 300,000 transactions. Nowadays, it's about 50 to 100. And so the token is also down 90% from its 2021 peak. So I guess, what's the game plan to get more people using Tezos, to get it on the map in daily transactions again?
Well, first of all, today we have a lot of transactions on Etherlink. Etherlink is a layer 2 platform which has been built on top of Tezos, which is entirely compatible with Ethereum, and there's a few 100,000 transactions on that on Etherlink. So if you look at the total amounts, there's actually way more transaction now. I would say most tokens today trade on sentiments more than anything, but there's no lack of excitement in what's happening inside the Tezos ecosystem. We have more builders coming, joining and creating applications on Tezos. So I think there's a matter of visibility. Definitely a lot of attention has shifted away from Tezos towards other projects, and it's bringing this attention and showing that there's a lot of exciting things happening on the network.
In terms of exciting things happening, what are the biggest use cases? Is it stablecoins? Is it art? Is it NFTs? What are you bullish on in terms of projects on Tezos?
At the end of the day, Tezos is a layer 1 platform. It supports enshrined rollups, so it is for everyone. It is for everything. There are exciting use cases in art. We have an absolutely fantastic art community on Tezos L1, which is extremely active and producing beautiful art. You can check it out on object.com, for example, or Teia, which are some of the major platforms. We've had new exciting projects launching on Etherlink as well, like Henji, which is an order book DEX for trading in DeFi, like Superland, which aggregates yields from different platforms, and also recently launched Uranium.io, which is a platform where you can actually buy physical uranium. You get beneficial ownership in physical uranium on-chain, and you can do that today.
Busy. What about meme coins? Are you interested in that? I mean, that was obviously a strategy with Solana a couple of years ago. They were suffering a little bit, but they definitely had a sort of bonk structured strategy around meme coins that's really lifted their profile. Is that something you would do?
There's a few meme coins platforms on Tezos. I don't think any of them are sparkly taken on, so we have a few of them on the Tezos platform. People are experimenting. Pro experimentation. I think that, on the one hand, the meme coins, I don't think they bring anything like very, very tangible. I see it as a form of like fun and gambling. On the other hand, I think a lot of them are playing cards on the table by saying this is what it is, so why not? But that, personally, it's not what I'm most excited about, but like I said, Tezos is a platform for everything and everyone, and if you want to have a meme coin, this is a great platform to launch it.
What regions in the world are you seeing in particular development and use of Tezos? And maybe you could tell me from the ground those particular stories that are emerging.
It's a bit everywhere, but we see some traction specifically in Europe and Southeast Asia.
Okay. And tell me about what on the ground are you seeing in terms of stories that people using Tezos and, I guess, transitioning into this new digital age?
On the ground? That's a wide question. Look, I think the industry as a whole, and it's not just about Tezos, is in search of use cases, and I think it's one of the major, problem in our industry, which is that Bitcoin came out in 2009, and there's still only a few killer use cases that exist today for cryptocurrencies. Stablecoins have been one of the major ones. It's real, like people are really using them for remittance, they're using them for payments, they're using them for savings. Store of value has been a narrative, but by and large, the main use case for a lot of this has been buying and selling tokens. That's what a lot of the industry industry is about. That's what DeFi is about. DeFi essentially supports people buying and selling token. And so I think we need to move past that. And that's why I'm excited about the tokenization of assets like uranium, because you're actually bringing something. People have tokenized gold in the past, but you can buy gold anywhere, right? There's a million ways to own gold. There was no way really to own physical uranium before that unless you were willing to pay $4 million. So unlocking new markets is something that I haven't really seen happen, and I'm glad that this is being pioneered on Tezos.
You mentioned Europe and Asia seeing activity there. Now that the Trump administration has come and they are opening up crypto policy, trying to get regulatory clarity, inviting entrepreneurs to come back, do you see potential of entrepreneurs returning to the United States?
I think the entrepreneurs are they're very courageous breed, and a lot of them stayed and did build in the United States even when the government was actively trying to shut down the industry. It has shown great resiliency. But yes, I think we will see more ventures starting in the United States as a result of the government not actively trying to kill the industry, which is already immense.
All right. Well, Arthur, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
That was Tezos co-founder Arthur Brightman. All right, let's check in on the top headlines in crypto today. It's Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. This is a CoinDesk Daily Special from Toronto. We're coming to you from the CoinDesk studio at Consensus 2025, sponsored by MoonPay, the global leader in crypto payments, building up its payment stack from on-ramps and trading infrastructure to now enabling commerce and asset management. For more news in your pocket, download the CoinDesk mobile app, available on iOS and Android. All right, checking in. Right now, Israeli crypto trading platform eToro is going public on the NASDAQ, raising about $310 million from investors as it sold 6 million shares at a price of $52 apiece.
في شهر رمضان هذا العام تدعوك أولمب تريد على حال الماركت أكسس الفريد. التداول لا يقتصر على تحقيق الأرباح فقط، بل هو أيضا فرصة لفعل الخير. ابدأ التداول بدولار واحد فقط واستمتع بعمليات سحب بدون رسوم. اجعل إنجازاتك وسيلة لدعم الآخرين وجلب السعادة لأحبائك. انضم إلى أولمب تريد وتداول من أجل الخير. الاهتمام الذي يحدث فرقا
Canadian crypto firm WonderFi for $179 million in an all-cash deal valuing WonderFi at 36 Canadian cents per share, a 41% premium over its prior closing price. The deal is expected to close in the second half of 2025. WonderFi's platforms BitBuy and CoinSquare will bring Robinhood into Canada, ramping up competition for exchanges such as Coinbase and Wealthsimple Crypto. Let's take a look at the chart of the day. For XRP prices could surge to $3.40 after a bearish head and shoulders pattern failed, with CoinDesk Research's AI-assisted analysis predicting a rise to $2.85 by June 1st, driven by a breakout above the $2.40 resistance level. The bullish outlook is bolstered by XRP trading above its 200-day moving average and high trading volume, signaling strong trader confidence. Market sentiment remains positive due to Ripple's legal victories against the SEC and optimism surrounding the crypto-friendly policies of the Trump administration. For more updates, head on over to CoinDesk.com. markets surging 60% on the monthly chart, rising with the crypto markets. Metis decentralized infrastructure deploys a dual network ecosystem combining the Andromeda network with the AI-optimized Hyperion Layer 2 blockchain, designed to power high-performance Web3 applications like DeFi, gaming, and on-chain AI. Joining us now with more is Natalia Ameling, decentralization coordinator at Metis. Natalia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here. Excited to be here.
So is alt season back? I mean, we saw Ethereum climb, surge, leading the crypto markets. Are you seeing similar returns on Metis?
What I see, because I think in the markets we see a lot of signals, and some of them are driven by fundamentals, and some are driven by the different sentiments that are created by, different economic statements that are being made, or political statements, etc. But what I do see is the excitement and creation engine in the ecosystem that is really churning, and I think we're going to see a lot of exciting things coming out, and I think that the fundamentals will continue kicking us off.
So tell me what Metis Hyperion is, how its AI-optimized Layer 2 blockchain differs from traditional Layer 2s such as Optimism, and Arbitrum.
So Hyperion is different in several ways. We had to think about what are the traditional blockchains are lacking and what we need in order to bring the AI inference and the applications on chain. And what we see, of course, is the lack of current blockchains' ability to handle the volume and intensity of applications and data. So the L2 Hyperion is instant, high throughput Layer 2 that is optimized for AI applications. The way it differs from the other L2s is, for example, it has the Metis has the decentralized network of nodes, and these decentralized nodes actually become their role is kind of twofold. It is first of all, it's as sequencers. They are used to process transactions, but with them we can rebalance the load effectively, and this helps with the throughput that we see in our network. Also, it's another purpose of that is the decentralization. You don't want to have the whole keys to your purse in one person's hands in the blockchain, generally speaking. So with having the decentralized sequencer nodes, this risk is minimized.
So you're Canadian, I believe, or?
Sorry?
So, are you Canadian?
I am Canadian, yes.
So I'm just wondering what it's like to be an entrepreneur here in Canada and working in crypto. How do you feel about that?
I think it's different, right? I think in Canada, we can definitely benefit from the improved business climate for the crypto companies. But in general, I wouldn't say we have any problems, right? I think what I see is some of the impediments to the progress is a lack of regulatory clarity still that exists in Canada around the firms operating here. And because of that, you still see the firms choosing to incorporate or move to the different jurisdictions, thus making Canada to miss out on the economic potential that is here. So I think that's a challenge. I see in the U.S. Recently there has been a trend with providing a little bit more certainty for the crypto companies through regulation and clarity, and I think we could benefit from it here as well.
Absolutely. It's fascinating. I mean, everyone is jumping into artificial intelligence. So tell me a bit about how Hyperion's approach differs from, say, more centralized applications like ChatGPT and Gemini.
Yeah, I think what we see, and that's exactly why we started creating our AI stack at Metis, and Hyperion is part of it, that we see several problems in the AI industry, right? And I mean, we can talk about it forever, but very briefly, it's all boils down to a lack lack of verifiability and understanding what is actually happens, and a lack of human control over it. Today, we see that the models, or I guess, the market really dominated by large generalized models. And these models are not necessarily human aligned, or we don't know that. What I mean by human aligned is we don't know if their actions, behaviors, and proposed decisions and outcomes are aligned with human values. It appears to be so on the surface, but ultimately it's the test that AI still needs to pass, and we do not have a way to verify it. And I think that's one of the problems. Second problem is that we believe that the problem of data alignment comes from the data being sort of undefined, unpriced, unvalued, and as a general rule, it's available on the internet, so the large companies scrape it and use it in their data models. But there is no really benefit for you as a data provider, or me, and we think that because of that disconnect, it's very difficult to make AI align with human values. We think for that, humans need to have a governance over what kind of data is used to train AI.
Right.
And that's where our AI building blocks are coming through. So Hyperion is one of them. It's a high-performance network that allows for the AI inference even to run on chain. But also we're building the Less AI, which addresses exactly the problems I talked about, the major one, data alignment. And that will be the next kind of, you can think of it as the platform for the next AI economy, where we're introducing appropriate incentives for quality data, and you as a user can take control over it.
Fascinating. Okay, I mean, we could say so much more about the artificial intelligence conversation. Maybe if I could just sneak one more question in there,
Of
but
course.
if you could paint the utopian vision of what AI will lead to us versus the dystopian one, what would those futures be?
I think mine is at this point, maybe right now mine is a bit dystopian too.
Okay.
Because we still need to build it, right? There's a lot of work that still needs to be done in order to deliver on the true promises that AI has and have it built
So
in
what
a way.
does the dystopian future look like? I mean, AIs control all our data. We're basically carbon bodies servicing their artificial.
You know what? It's not the world I want to live in.
Okay.
I still want to be creative contributor to the society. I want to have AI as my friend and trusted advisor, let's put it this way, who can help me become a better human, more intelligent, to learn more, to act fast, and do faster research, etc. I don't want it to take over my life. And I think a lot of people will agree that our life is pretty darn good, and we need to live it and not AI.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Natalia, thank you so much. Exciting stuff.
Thank you.
Right, that was MIT Decentralization Coordinator Natalia Ameline. Also, folks, follow along with us on social media to get a glimpse at some of the best moments here at Consensus 2025. Let's see what people are saying right now. Oh, we've got Anthony Scaramucci. Wow, that looks really nice. He's on one of the massage
Do one of
stations
those myself,
at
yeah.
Consensus. It's a must, given the stress this industry causes us. I'm learning to stay calm and stack sats. Lovely. We love